Hello guys, right, so today I'm going to be making a Mr. Psycho out of a Mr. Psycho pullback toy and a remote control digger. Unfortunately I can't show you that digger or the Mr. Psycho right now because I filmed the footage, got deleted. There's a whole thing, I'll explain that later in the video. Anyway, so here anyway is a small part of the building process. It wasn't a particularly difficult build considering it was just bottom off this, top on this, but yeah, here. Okay, happily enough, the track bit sort of comes off almost in one complete unit, as it were, so I need to hollow out some of this stuff, obviously, and then take this apart. Hopefully it should be quite straightforward. Just want to appreciate for a second as well, this costs, what, like less than 15 quid, I think? Look at the motion on the bucket, it's well good. It's half tempted to keep it. And here is the finished product. So it's a little bit high off the ground, but ultimately it's Mr. Psycho on tracks. So more do you want really? And for the first time in so long, and it was such fun filming this, here is a demo of a robot that I have built. So yeah, overall I'm pretty pleased with this little guy. It's not very competitive, it's not very fast, but ultimately it's not meant to be. It's a lumbering house robot. All the robots now that I make I send to, or I will be sending to Anthony for Antweight Anarchy, which if you haven't watched, what the hell are you doing? Watch Antweight Anarchy, it's amazing. Just so he can have play around them as well and, you know, tinker with them, because he tends to be better at making them work than I do. I can make them look okay, I'm not great at making them work. I'm also sending him Dead Metal, which I had a go at making. It didn't work out, unfortunately, it just got a bit heavy. Here's some of the footage of it anyway, though. I sort of tried making some claws out of Lego, but they got a bit bulky, so I just used claws from the original pullback and sort of built larger claws around them. Made a frame out of metal drinking straws. And yeah, final result, it looks pretty, I'm pretty pleased with how it looks. It's an okay static model. The saw works and stuff. I'm going to put that on and just cut my hand straight. But yeah, it got so heavy that this thing can't move it, even with the beefy batteries in it, it just won't move it. But Anthony's very much looking forward to tinkering with that and actually make it work. Because like I say, I'm pleased with how it looks and could be a fun one for them to have in Antweight Anarchy. But anyway, yeah, the channel has been having some bad luck recently, another reason I haven't uploaded. So I recorded a lot of footage the week I said I would, when I was all excited, like, yeah, here we go. And a memory card corrupted, so that all just disappeared completely. I was like, thank you very much, lovely, marvellous. I was pretty discouraged by that, but eventually I started doing some more filming, put it on my laptop deleted that footage, and then my laptop just died completely, so I'd even edited like most of another video, gone, just completely gone. So that was again just like, oh my god, really? So I had to buy a whole new laptop in the end for that. It was just beyond help, basically. And then even this morning, I've gone to film some demos. I filmed the demo for Mr. Psycho today, obviously, and I also filmed it for a BattleBots competitor. However, it was working absolutely perfectly. I went to put some batteries in it for the filming, some new batteries. Dead, completely dead. I've tried tinkering with it, I just cannot get it working again. So I don't know, maybe fate has spoken, maybe I should not be doing this channel, I don't know. But here's the video of that build anyway. You got a little bit of footage at the end. Okay, it's all painted and back together. These scoops are actually meant to be blue on the front, I realised afterwards, but don't care, not doing them now. I've painted the wheels, got rid of all the purple, hopefully any sort of sign that it was a witch doctor, apart from that it looks like one. Only issue currently, I think maybe
it's sort of getting a little bit jammed up as it spins. Go on, you can do it. So I think I might have got a bit of paint on the cogs or the axle or something. So yeah, a little bit WD. Hopefully that'll clear that up nicely. Much better. Okay, we're coming to probably the weirdest bit of a build I've ever done. So obviously we need the frog kind of hanging over it. So I'm thinking if I have this one here, and so his little arm is waving around, that's the front arm. But then obviously there needs to be a gap in the middle here, and also the frog needs to extend the sort of full width of the robot. So I'm going to sort of cut right down the middle of his face horrifically, and then cut this arm off, and this will be the back one here. And then do vis-a-vis for this one. He can sit there, he gets that cut off, that becomes that one there, and obviously then he's got his front one angle in there. And then hopefully make it look less Frankenstein-y. I've got some green foam to sort of patch the whole thing up, hopefully. Yeah, this is going to be weird. Yep, fully Sid from Toy Story right now. Okay, in a scene that can only be described as horrific for a frog. Look at this general massacre here, it's just horrible. So it's mostly on. This rubber is such an absolute knob to work with. So I've used two of the actual screws that hold the cover down inside. I don't really want to move it now, but they are, yeah, you can just about maybe see one in there, to actually hold the main bit down. The legs are kind of just tucked in, and then sort of the whole thing's glued on. I don't really want this bit of tape here, so I'm going to get this little bit of green foam, tuck it over top. I know it's not a uniform colour or anything, but this is very much a bit of a bodge, but hopefully the general vibe will be there. This leg is like really miles out, and then this one is really tucked in, which is a bit annoying, especially considering the gap either side is basically the same. But never mind, let's I'm going to try and glue this on, which will hopefully sort of bring the whole thing together as well. No idea if this works on this rubber or not. But yeah, sod it, and then we'll see if that spins, see if it drives or just trips up on its own legs. There he goes. Look, he's going over his own foot. Ah! But the spinner works, so that's good.
So yeah, with staples in, it worked a lot better. Like I say, briefly, now it's just dead. Again, basically, I build non-working robots and I just send them over to Anthony like, oh, can you fix that? Nice one, mate, cheers. So, but yeah, that was quite irritating when I came to film that this morning. You might also have noticed in that video there was a really nice BattleBots arena which I was demonstrating the new Mr. Psycho in, and I'll be explaining more about that in another video. / I might have already explained it in a video, depending on when I edit this and what order I do it in. Yes, this channel really doesn't have like a kind of forward plan. It's very much higgledy-piggledy, what happens first. But yes, thank you very much for watching, guys. Thanks for being patient with a new build. It's really nice that you guys still comment occasionally and yada yada. Yeah, hopefully you enjoyed that build, and I'll try and make some that work up until the actual bloody demonstration as well. That's the dream really, isn't it? Let's be honest. Yes. Yeah, thanks a lot, guys, and cheerio.